Hello, how are we all? My name's Anna and I work as a house healer and a spirit clearer. I also work as a psychic development teacher and I love educating people about all things spiritual. So all of the things that I talk about are things that I've experienced myself personally. I only share my own information, my own experiences, and I'm always interested in what other people have to say, what their perspectives are. So today I thought I would talk about spirit guides that come in the form of animals. I get quite a lot of emails and messages about people going, what does this animal mean? What does that animal mean? So the universe will send us messages in lots and lots of different ways. Some people will use the psychic senses, which are seeing, hearing, feeling, smelling, tasting, touching and knowing. Some people would like to get signs in other ways. So when you're new to doing spiritual development or new to working with your psychic senses, quite often you won't trust what you're seeing, trust what you're getting, trust that voice that you're hearing or that feeling that you're getting. So they'll send the messages for you personally through an animal. So you'll see this animal repeatedly. It may show up in all sorts of different places, on Facebook, in movies, in magazines, in your dreams. You might see it in person. You know, it might be an eagle that swoops down in front of you when you're driving somewhere. That is the universe sending you a message. So they'll send particular animals because they all have different characteristics. They all have different traits. They all have different challenges. Okay, so they will replicate what you're going through at that particular time, the type of information that you need at that particular time. Now, spirit guides can also be called, or spirit animal guides can also be called animal totems, animal helpers, or power animals. So you'll see an animal that's, you know, that you keep seeing all the time, whether it be a spider or an owl, or you're seeing something. You can go and look them up on Google. So you can sit with working out what it is, but if you're really like, nah, can't be bothered, you can go to Google, type in owl power animal or owl spirit guide meaning, and you will get lots and lots of information come up that you can then sit with and go, okay, what in that is relevant to me at this specific time? Okay, so we all have one main animal guide that travels with us through our life. So mine, for an example, is a white wolf. I didn't ask for a white wolf. It just showed up in my dreams one day. It showed up in my meditations that I was doing. If you hear feet, animal feet, my little dog's in the kitchen here with me, just moving around. And she's very, very wolf-like. So that's interesting that we got a dog like that. So this white wolf showed up one day, and it had certain characteristics that I needed to adopt at a particular time in my life, all right? And every now and again, the white wolf will show up, all right? It's not there all the time. It probably is in the background, just going about whatever it's doing, but I don't see it all the time until I need that tap, tap, tap on the shoulder. You need to look at adopting this particular characteristic, you know, of what the wolf represents. So we have one main animal guide, but we also have other animal guides that will come in. You know, I might be outside gardening and I keep seeing ladybirds, or I'll be watching telly and the whales will keep coming up, or the turtles will keep coming up. Their messages for you right there and then. The main animal guide will have certain attributes that you will use and adopt and carry with you all through your life. Whereas the other guides are coming in for a particular task. You know, you might have a relationship issue or an issue at work or something that you need to be sorted and you're like, I really need some help. They'll send you a bear, or they'll send you an elephant, or they'll send you some animal that is going to have the characteristic that you need to use at that particular time. So animal wisdom has been used for generations and generations. Seers, tribal elders, shamans, a lot of the native cultures have adopted animals as a way of getting their messages. And they've used that all the way through their generations, all right, and teach their children about it. You know, if a particular animal keeps showing up, what is it telling you? What are you getting from that? What do you need from that animal at that particular time? Once you've got the message with what I call the short-term animal spirit guides, they'll just disappear and you won't see them again. Animal guides, like I said, can be with you for a lifetime. They can be with you for a particular task that you're looking at achieving right in this very moment. They can also show up when you've got a journey to go on. So this doesn't necessarily mean getting in the car or on a boat and going somewhere, but you might be starting your spiritual path and you get an owl that represents wisdom, or you get an eagle or a hawk that represents spirituality and seeing things from a different perspective. So quite often they'll show up when, management will send them when you need help, you need extra help. Or you might not be getting the message through reading the books and watching the YouTube videos or doing your meditation. They'll send you another form of help. So what do they give to us? They give us guidance and wisdom, all right? But we don't have to follow it if we choose not to. We have free will to do as we want, when we want. The universe will send you that as a suggestion and guidance, but you don't have, it's not a concrete thing that you have to actually follow 100% if you choose not to. I tend to take notice when I keep seeing spiders all the time. Spiders will represent the web of life, getting what they want, building a solid foundation, building the support that they need around them to get the purpose done, to get the goal. For them, their web is about collecting food, all right? So they will build that web to bring to them what they need. That's what I get from a spider. So when you look at animal guides, you're going to look at the colour, the shape of them, the size of them, how they move, where they sleep, what they eat. All the different aspects are going to be things that you'll look at when an animal guide comes to you and you're trying to work out what on earth is it telling me. There may only be one or two aspects. When I think about the white wolf that I see, it's when I need to be more instinctual. I need to really be tuning in with my instincts and my intuition even more than I do every day, because I can be quite unfocused sometimes. So it's telling me to focus. Right, so that's what I get from white wolf. So yeah, animal guides can bring messages in different ways. You might have a favourite animal, okay? You might have an animal that you really don't like, but it just happens to be your spirit guide, okay? And there'll be a particular reason why you've got that one. What attributes does that animal have that you need to adopt? And it's going, oh, but I really want an elephant. Well, maybe an elephant isn't giving you what you need. So it's just a matter of just letting go of all your preconceived conceptions about what your spirit animal is going to be, because you'll be surprised what is out there for you. Now, spirit animals can be land, air, earth, under the ground, sea creatures. They can also be mythical creatures. So I've had some dealings with a phoenix at a few different stages where I've had to just rise out of the ashes, which is what a phoenix represents. You can deal with dragons, and all sorts of different types of creatures may come to you when you need a particular aspect of them. I had some issues with wolf spiders in this house. So there you go. There's two animals. There's my wolf and there's the spider again. All right. So I take note of when I see those. They don't frighten me. They're just an animal going about its business, doing whatever it does. But it'll show itself when I need to take notice of it. Okay. Put a few notes in front of me. It keeps me on track. So one of the ways, if you want to meet your main spirit animal guide, is you can get yourself into a meditative state. Turn off all distractions, have your water, make sure you've got a full belly so you're not going to have grumbly tummy syndrome. Sit, relax, close your eyes, connect with the universe and go, okay, I am ready to meet my main animal spirit guide. And then you just sit in your safe space. So you might see yourself at a beach or in a forest or wherever you're sitting in your lounge room. It doesn't really matter. So wherever your space is that you want to see yourself when you meet this animal, just go into that in your mind's eye, close your eyes and just wait and just be patient. And quite often you will feel something, or so I say someone, you will feel an animal or a fish or a bird, or you will feel some sort of creature coming towards you, okay? Take note of what it is. What's its shape? You might not see all of it the first time you connect. You might see a foot or a leg or a beak or wings, and that might be all you get the very first time that you do this process. Do this process a few times, okay? So you sit, and if they fully come up to you and start talking to you, or talk to you through symbols, or talk to you in your mind, or show you a particular instance where you need what their aspects. So for an example, I when I was younger, felt very unprotected, and I found that I had a big brown grizzly bear that would be like my bodyguard everywhere I went. So I'd have this massive grizzly standing behind me, and it made me feel protected. It made me feel safe, and I was actually able to build the confidence that this bear, over a couple of weeks, started to step away, and it would gradually get further and further away because it could see that I was confident, that I was happy, and then I was able to cope. And then the bear disappeared altogether. Haven't seen bear now for a long, long time. So when you're in that meditative state and you're meeting your animal, just sit in the space with it. You don't have to have a barrage of questions. You're just meeting and greeting and getting to know what the animal is. All right? And when it starts to walk away or you've had enough, you can just say in your mind, thank you for coming to meet me today. I would like to meet you again. You know, can we get together and we can talk about different situations and things? And you'll find that once you've actually met that animal, it may come into you through dreams. You may see it on Facebook. You might see it in a magazine. And that's a little reminder, I'm here to support you, because that is what your spirit animal guides do for you. The here is your spiritual support network. So when you need help, ask the universe, please send me my animal spirit guide, my main one that can help me, or one that can help you with a particular task. All right, I hope that's been informative and useful for people today. Please leave comments if you like what I've been talking about. If you have a question, you can always message me through YouTube or my Facebook page at Spiritual Being, or through my email address, and my contact details are all available on my Facebook page. Or I have my website, which is spiritualbeing.com.au, and there's lots of information there about different things that I do. If you like what I do on Facebook, please feel free to subscribe, and it'd be great to have you back again. If you have anything you'd like me to talk about, anything you want to know about, you're not sure about, please feel free to email me or message me, and I would love to be of assistance. So thank you for having a listen today. I'll be seeing you again.